What's up everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. You're watching Shoe DIY, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to loosely lace your Knu Skools. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to lace both the right and the left shoe, and we're going to start by taking this very chunky tongue and pushing it down inside the shoe. And the reason for that is that it's because it's so chunky you wouldn't be able to get to your eyelets easily on either side. So we're going to start by taking the lace down through that first hole on the outside of the shoe. I'm just going to pull it a little way up into the shoe, and then when I take the laces across the front I'm just going to make sure that this isn't twisted, and I'm also going to flatten out the lace as much as possible to try and stop any twists. And I'm going to take the end of the lace down through that first hole on the inside, and again I'm just going to pull it a little way into the shoe, and then to make sure our laces are the same length on both sides, hold your ends together and pull up. Like that. So I'm not going to pull that in particularly either, because by the time you pull that tongue up and put your foot in it, it's going to pull on those laces and make them tighter. So the way to go today is to keep your lacing style nice and loose. Don't pull the laces too tight, and then it should be a comfortable fit when you come to put your foot inside. So we're going to take the outside lace across the shoe to the second hole on the inside. We're going to take it down into the shoe. I'm also going to catch this lace on my hand, and you can see there it's got a twist, and the reason to catch it on your finger is you can turn it round like that and stop any twists. So then I'm going to take the inside lace across the shoe to the outside second hole, and again all the way through I'm keeping the lace as flat as possible. And at this stage I'm just going to check that they're both the same, that they're overlapping. This one's a little bit loose, so I'm going to pull it in, and I'm going to try and adjust my laces as I go up the lacing style, so by the time I get to the top they're all ready to wear. So I'm going to take the outside lace now across the shoe to the inside third hole, then take the inside lace across the shoe to the outside third hole, keep that lace in your hand, take it across the shoe to the next inside hole, and then take the inside lace across the shoe to the outside hole, and again I'm going to stop for a minute and just check that they're all overlapping and all looking as good as they should be. At this point as well, if you wanted to, you could pull the tongue up just to make sure it's not getting too tight for you, it's not getting too loose. Looks all right to me, so we're going to carry on with that. And then we're going to take the outside lace across now to the next inside hole, and the inside lace comes across to the outside hole, so keeping your laces nice and relaxed, not pulling tight. If you're not sure, you can always pull them out a little bit like that, and they will just slot into each other and you can adjust them. And then the outside lace comes across to the next inside hole, and then the inside lace comes across to the outside hole. And then this is where we change it slightly. So this time the outside lace is going to come across, and rather than going down, it's going to go out through that top hole. So I'm just going to bring it out as much as I'd like. You might want a little bit more, so I'm going to leave mine there. And then the inside lace comes across. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to take it out of the hole. Just check that those are the same as each other. And then that leaves two loops, which I'm going to put behind the tongue. So if I bring the tongue up, you can just slide them under there, and they get worn on top of your foot and underneath the tongue. And by the time you've got your foot in there, that should be looking just nice and relaxed, and you've got that loose lace look. So let's move on to the left shoe. So the left shoe, I'm going to put the tongue down again, and I'm also going to start on the outside first hole. And the reason for that, I always do this, is it makes sure that the shoes match one another, and I think it kind of gives a neater look if you like that kind of detail. So the outside lace is going to come down through that first hole, pull it up a little way into your shoe, and then you need to flatten out those laces as much as possible, and bring the end of the lace down through the opposite first hole. Again, just draw it up a little bit, hold your ends of your laces together and pull up. So I'm going to take the outside lace across the shoe to the inside second hole, flattening out that lace as much as possible so you don't get any twists. Then take the inside lace across the shoe to the outside second hole. I'm just going to check on those first loops that they're overlapping and they're not getting too loose. So I can see that's a little bit loose there, and that one, so I'm going to pull them in. You get a really lovely look to your shoes. So I'm going to take the outside lace now across to the inside third hole. And then the inside lace comes across to the outside third hole. Just check that they're not getting a bit loose. Just going to pull that one in a little bit so it doesn't look quite so baggy. And then we're going to take the outside lace across to the next inside hole, the fourth hole. And then the inside lace comes across to the outside fourth hole. And keep that lace in your hand, bring it across to the fifth hole on the inside. And then the inside lace comes across to the outside fifth hole. And again, I'm going to stop and just pull out the laces now, just make sure they're all overlapped. If you do pull out the laces as well, like if you do pull the shoe apart like that, it does kind of pull the loops so that they're all the same as each other. So one's not quite as loose as the other. And then the outside lace comes across to that inside hole, like that, and the inside lace comes across to the outside hole. Like that. And again, just pull them out, just make sure they're all tucked in and overlapping each other. And then the outside lace is going to go out through that top hole, and the inside lace goes out through the opposite top hole. Just check you've got the same on both sides. Put your loops behind your tongue. And they're lovely and soft, so that should be a comfortable wear on top of your foot. So there you have your right and your left loosely laced. Now I'm going to show you what they look like on feet. So there you have your Vans Knu Skool loosely laced. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please make sure to give a thumbs up, and for future videos, subscribe. Thanks for watching.